All right, everyone. This is Danish again. Today we're doing another live chat room, late night chat. So in this, basically, we're gonna find some kind of like jobs and everything. So let's see, because there's a lot of people that ask me, how do you look for jobs when we finish the training? We give a lot of information out there. So let's just do that. Let me first confirm that everything is working over here. See if I'm live. Okay, let's see. Come on. Still not coming up. So in this video, live session, we are going to go over some of the websites that I like to go after the trainings. So if you want to basically watch this is a it's going to be like a live video. I'm showing which sites do I visit after the trainings, some of the keywords that I use. If you want to apply to a nonprofit or something like that, and you want to make it more targeted, then you can do that. You can follow these instructions that I'm going to show you in this video. So I'm just going to record this video, and if I see a message or a question, I'm just going to basically talk about it, because the reason I'm making this video is that a lot of people are taking the trainings with us, or they're finishing self-paced courses with us. And after, when they finish the courses, then they can take the resume course, which is basically a free course, and a lot of people will download the template. And once they download this template right here, I'm going to show it to you guys. This is a template right here. So when they download this template, they already know they can talk about these things. So this is not like a blind applying right now. This is not like somebody just goes out there and just shoot out to these positions. This is the last step in our training. So you have to do the first step by taking the training. You can either take a free training by going to jobskillshare.org/free. You can take it self-paced training by taking some labs from us, and that's paid. Or you can take a live training, which is an instructor guiding you and teaching you all of these things. So I'm going to have a lot of people that I'm going to be targeting in this video. So ones that are going to be just on YouTube watching this video, ones that are going to be one that have finished these free courses, and the ones that I'm basically going to be more focusing on is the live members who have finished this training. So because I know that they have finished all of this stuff right here, so they can understand this. So when we start training, this is kind of like the project that we follow. We create a whole scenario, and in this we start with the ticketing system. So you can see it goes all the way to almost about 24, 25 tickets, about 34 tickets, sorry, 34 tickets. So after that 34 tickets, they are able to answer these questions when somebody called them. So the first thing is that confidence. If you don't have the confidence, then this video will not make too much sense right now. Why? Because I don't like to promote the idea of you just sending your resume without knowing these things, without knowing the knowledge right here. So the number one thing is that, okay, we figured this out, that yeah, you are at the point that you understand what you're seeing in this video. So if you're looking at my video right now, you're like, help desk ticketing system, Office 365, level 1 troubleshooting. I'm talking about OS troubleshootings, client and server technology. What is that? Is that a domain controller and Active Directory kind of environment and stuff like that? And of course, build and manage virtual machines. That could be VMware, Hyper-V. So we're using VMware. So if you're listening to me and all of these things in front of you seems pretty normal to you, then you're ready. You're ready for the next step. And the next step is basically, the first thing that I like to do is I just straight go to Indeed.com, which is my favorite site. So the first thing I will suggest the members that I just gave the resume out, and the members who have finished the courses. So this is the first thing that you should do. Use a very big titles, meaning like generic titles, help desk. because a lot of people, when they put a title in there for a job, they're going to use these tags. Like if somebody search for desktop support, then the tag should be help desk on the bottom. So they use these tags to make sure if you type help desk, then it's going to come up. So if we type help desk in here, you can see if I come down, these are the positions that just came up right away because I live in Maryland. So I can see that there are some jobs. Some are analyst jobs. They call it analyst. So the first thing I want to educate people over here is titling has nothing to do. Most of the titles has like there's no meaning to it. They can call you a user support technician. They can call you a help desk support technician. They can call you desktop support technician, computer support technician. Most of the time, they're all in this the service support level. This is a level 1, level 2, level 3 type of positions. So it's most of the time it's the same thing. But some companies may have higher level of positions in the same category. So some could be like providing a support to VIPs or executive level. So they may get a lot of pay for them, but they will be very skillful people. They're gonna know a lot. I'm gonna consider them more a level 3 type of people. Um, yeah, there you go. Names are just names right there. So if you look at it, one thing I like to tell people is that a lot of people get scared of the experience. Even with the entry level one, they're gonna put something like this. Look at this. In an entry level, they're saying that 1 years of demonstratable desktop support experience, right? That doesn't mean that it's required. That doesn't mean it's must. You got to understand this. So now you're not at a level where you're just going there and you're applying. What you did a little bit different than training than somebody else. Like in our platform or any other places that you get trained. And if you have done a lot of self labs or you have taken our trainings, then you are basically above that college level type of people. Nothing bad about them. It's just that they're not ready for real world, right? They're not ready to take on these type of questions like what is ticketing system. Tell me an example of a Office 365 email troubleshooting. So a lot of people may think, oh, are you talking about Outlook or are you talking about like inside Office 365? There's a different type of troubleshooting going on. So you see, at this level, I like to tell my members that don't worry about this experience out there unless they put something must. They're like, hey, we must. You gotta have 2 years of experience. Must. They put like big must in there, right? I'd say still apply to it. I mean, it's not gonna hurt you because they have not seen your resume. A lot of people do not send a resume like that. A lot of people, when they are sending to entry level positions, they just put A plus. On the top, they put, I have a customer service experience from some other thing that has nothing to do with IT, and their resume will not even make it, right? But even if there's an experienced person and you're going up against that experienced person, still you got a chance right there because at the end, it's all about your personality. In these type of positions, it's all about how you're going to present yourself, and it's about your confidence and your eagerness to say that I'm ready to learn. Look at what I have done in this past 3 months. I've been doing so many different things that right now I'm at the market level. I'm current to these the skills that you're asking for, and I can learn. So my proof to you guys are this. Look what I have done for these positions that I'm trying to apply. So you see, you have to impress another human being right here. It's very important because a lot of people think that you're just gonna go with certain certifications, some paper certification, and you think you're gonna impress other people. Now back in the days maybe, but now think about it. Everybody's coming to IT. Accounting people are coming to IT. Customer service people are coming to IT. There's so many people that are coming to IT that your competition is very big out there right now. So you gotta make your resume look very different and unique, and you have to tell them something about it. You cannot just say, I mean, there's nothing wrong with saying that I have a laptop at home and I was using a virtual box and I created a domain control. That's still a better answer than not knowing that, right? You still know a lot about domain controllers and stuff like that. But another way is you can also make it more official, right? I can make it more official by going to boot camps. You can take our courses. You can take free courses. Even take our free courses. Still, it's more official than saying that I was just doing at home type of thing. They were like, where's your proof? Like, you have to show something then, right? To To that list, I would add a collaboration skills as a sysadmin and working on project teams. I have had a bump on my knowledge on conferences like collaboration using Junior, I totally agree with you. Anything that kind of hits the point, right? Like that's just like what we are using. Like for example, a lot of people been through this remote stuff now, right? So imagine how many people are going to be asking remote related questions from after this coronavirus thing. Almost 90% of the people are working from home, and now it's automatic. It's just human nature that they're going to ask you something about teams. They're going to ask you something about remoting in any connect, or what kind of remote tools that you use. They're going to be looking for these skills now. This is so important right now that you should know. So if you look at it in here, you see we have put like Zoom, VPN, Zuho Assist, SCCM, and you when you drop that SCCM out there, they know that you're talking IT right there. If you drop like a Zuho system, VPN or Zoom, anything like that, they know you're talking about IT. But when you drop like something like PDQ, Office 365, they know this. Why? Because millions of IT people are using these products. So a lot of people get stuck with keeping things generic or keeping things extremely basic. You gotta be above the basics over here now. Like I said, your competition is too much. You cannot be basic anymore. You gotta impress people. You gotta win their minds. First of all, you gotta get through the HR people. The HR people, how? Because you're hitting them with these big terms right here. Office 365, every HR person is using that, right? Then of course you're using some other thing like Zoom. Every HR person is doing an interview on Zoom these days, right? So when they know, when you're connecting with the HR people like that, then they already know that, okay, this person knows. And HR people are the one that are telling you, hey, can you add this person into Active Directory? They may not know too much about Active Directory, but you're actually using that term. So they even know that, okay, this person is actually technically sound a little bit. And then when it goes to the technical people, that's where you're actually using the skills right here, okay? So here you go. KevTech, welcome back, brother. How are you? I think today's video is extremely important, and I'm going to definitely need your help after this. And I would definitely want you to do a response video onto this one as well, because you also have a lot of resume stuff. And what I'm basically telling people that you got to impress people. You got to impress the HR people. You got to impress the technical people. And it cannot be done with just showing A plus or just coming straight out of the college. It's too much. Too many people are going to IT jobs these days. And competition is too high now. It's like the competition is extremely high. And Kevta, if you're available right now, I'm not sure what you're doing. You can even join my Zoom, man. I mean, my Zoom is live right now. I can even send you the link. Okay. You don't know how many people I interview for level 2 and lie on their resume. I tell you today, one of the not a member, she's actually registered, but she have not taken the courses. She landed a job, and I'm sure she's going to be listening to me, and I feel bad about her because she got terminated. Today, she got, I think probably a day ago or something like, she got terminated. So I'll say again, she got terminated because she was not ready. I told her that whatever you have on your resume, you have a lot of advanced stuff going on over there. Now, her job may not be that advanced, but when she landed with this job, they were a startup type of company, right? So it was like a technical company or some kind of startup. So what happened is that they gave her everything IT. So they told her, you need to first do the inventory, you need to monitor all the devices, you need to come up with a plan to do the badging system, and you need to do so much. They gave her so much that she couldn't do it. So, but the thing about her that she was not presenting to them that I'm brand new to IT. You see, there's two differences. If you land a job and tell somebody that I'm brand new to IT, but I have done a lot of my homework, I have done a lot of trainings, I'm ready to learn from you. So the whole concept of they taking you is totally different. They already know you're new, and they're extremely lenient on you. Most of the time, they're going to be lenient because you didn't lie on your resume. You told them that I was so passionate about IT that I did this much, and now I want to learn more from you guys. You see, it's like it's a human thing, right? You gotta also show respect to another human being. They know a lot of stuff over there. You don't want to just go there. Oh, look, I know so much, and I'm just gonna come over here and gonna get this job with $70,000, and I can do everything. Now they expect you to do everything, and if you can't do it, you get terminated. So a sad news right there. And I told her that I cannot tell somebody to just go and take my training, right? I don't want to sell it like this. I want to tell them that, look, go back, take the free courses. At least take the free 100+ hours of training right there. Go take tech training. I mean, his videos are almost training. I would say that this is exactly what we're teaching. His videos are actually training. Go listen to IT Career Question. Go listen to Kubuman. These people are teaching you real world skills right there. This is what we have been doing for so long, right? And this is why I like to share their channels, because they're doing the same thing. But I've seen that a lot of people just jump in. They don't wait. They try to like think that I'm just gonna land a job and I'm gonna be good to go. In IT, trust me, it doesn't work that way. Even if you land a job, the stress is too high in these jobs. You may either give up, or you may get terminated, or it will be a very painful path for you to go like that on your own. So you gotta follow people here. uh, Everyone coming to me with fake resume. Can Yeah, man. I mean, it's very painful. My issue was that people are very good with technology, but they don't have soft skills. So I can't hire them, especially when working with white glove support. You need to know how to talk to people. I mean, exactly. If you don't know how to talk to people, this is going to be very hard. And again, where do you learn soft skills? That's kind of like, of course, everybody's going to be saying that it's natural. You have to really learn this stuff, kind of like on your own, but you can also take courses. Now, of course, in our platform, we give this KevTech, we give a full training on a soft skills too. So let me actually show it to people that they don't get confused or anything. So here, actually, not this one. So let me see if I actually have it right here. I might have it, I might not have it. I think I might have something. Okay, I can log in right now. So let me show it to people that how we are dealing with this whole soft skills side of it, right? So if people go and, of course, this is not something for free. So soft skills, we have to pay for courses actually. So we are at KevTech, we're offering two things in soft skills right here. So if you go to the course manager, basically they click on soft skills right here. I'm not sure if you're seeing my screen. They're gonna click on soft skills, and here we have given them all these PowerPoint type of courses like critical thinking, culture, team excellence, and all this stuff, time management, developing all the employee engagement, effective listening skills. So when they click on it, if you're seeing KevTech, so when they click on, of course, this is going to take me to actually payment and stuff. When they click on it, this was going to open up actually a course, a full course. But even if that's not enough for people, we have given them a courses. Like we give them like another vendor course, and they have like, let's say 5 or 6 video courses to watch. So if they come over here and basically open the learning path, let me go down. So in the learning path, basically right here, step 6. So it's like a full learning path, right? We're teaching people fundamentals, then it goes to technical skills. That's what we teach a lot on YouTube, and ticketing system, after ticketing systems, Office 365. And then there you go. The last one is the help desk soft skills. And basically when they get to this course, it's basically showing them all how to do all the things. So it's a complete program. Of course, you can even learn this on your own. You can practice this on your own. You can take your previous job examples. Also, you can actually, kind of look about it. Hey, how did I deal with customers in my previous job? Definitely, you can use a lot of different techniques to learn the soft skills. There you go. Don't just start talking about CMD AP config. Oh yeah, I mean that's gonna, if somebody start doing that, man, yeah, they get annoyed. Like they'll just take over. Simple. Let me just take over. For that kind of people, you just take over the machine. Trust me. Don't try to make it complicated. All right. So now this is what I do, guys. So I will come over here and I will just write a generic, term, help desk. Like I said, everything is in term. So, but of course, you're not going to be blindly applying to jobs as well. I mean, if it says 1, 2, 3, and if they say 3 right here, let's say they only put 3 in here, information technology technician. First of all, that title is a little different than a help desk, because usually a lot of government people use information technology support specialist. They don't use help desk much. They use customer support or information technology specialist. These are high level positions. They're paying you about 50 to 80K. In some are 100 to 140. So it depends on what they're asking. But if you go down to another one on the bottom right here, it says IT support, IT help desk, and network support specialist. Some of these titles pisses me off. KevTech, check this out. Why would you put help desk and network support and specialist? These titles just throw me off. Like, what happens with this? A lot of people want to apply to these positions and then they get scared, like, oh man, I got to be a help desk, I got to be a network support, I got to be a specialist of this too. Is this some really cool title? Are they going to pay me like $100,000 because they're calling me specialist? No, they're not going to pay you that much, most likely, right? So then I tell people, like, okay, since they have put that so weird title, don't worry about it either. You just drop it there. Take your resume, you're confident enough to talk about Active Directory and some of the things, and drop it on them. I don't care what title they put out there. Sometimes they put help desk level 1 dash specialist. And it's just like, I'm like, what the hell? Who's thinking all this stuff? Like, who's putting these titles like these? Like, seriously, level 1 slash specialist. Okay, man. I mean, it's like, I don't know. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Okay. So here you can see right here again, if you click on it, they will ask you a lot of different things over here. Some will have a crazy requirements, but like I said, don't worry too much about this stuff. If you impress somebody in interview, they will hire you. We have proven this hundreds of times to people in this platform and other YouTube channels as well. They have proven this to people, and we have brought these people back. If you go back to the YouTube channel, people have shared their experience with us. So if I take you to our YouTube channel, I'll show you KevTech as well, because he has a very cool video as well for this specific reason. So if you go to Job Skills Share and click on the channel and go to videos, I would highly recommend people to watch this video right here. This is Gustavo from UK. He shared his experience first when he finished the courses. Then he came back after 2 months of working in an MSP environment, which is a very high-paced environment. And then he talked a lot about what he's learning, how he's feeling, and what he is working on. Then I would like you guys to go to this channel, which KevTech is right there with me. I love when we are like live, and because it's really helpful. Then we're not like making up things, and we're not have to work too hard over here. This channel right here, KevTech, I do support his work. He's doing an amazing job right here. A lot of content is exactly directly related to what we're teaching, and what he's doing is almost like this basically. Okay, so you can learn a lot from him. And I think his last video I watched it was, which one was that, KevTech? This one, interview with Hector, first week. So you got a person with 2 months of experience, and you got Hector right there with 1 week of experience. Now remember, Hector probably have not even seen our training. So there you go. You got people landing a job with not taking our training, but they may have a different experience. He may be struggling with certain things that we may have, or our members may be struggling with certain things that KevTech may have. So that's why I said use these two channels together, and Kubu Man as well. So let me actually look for him too, because he's doing an amazing job too. Kubu, is this how you spell? Yeah, there you go. Kubu Man. Kubu Man video. Actually, I'm going to start a few responses to his videos, because he has some cool videos out there. And one of the videos that he has, he's very focusing on the interview questions, and he's extremely detailed about it, right? But some of the question, like, tell me about yourself, right? Now, if it's our member, they have probably taken this training with us, right? Like this training, they have finished all this training. So the tell me about yourself question is going to be like kind of like following his video, but then coming back to specific of what we are telling you to tell me about yourself, because you got to be very specific. You cannot go left and right and try to tell them I love football and I like to travel and stuff like that. You don't want to go too deep in that kind of area. You have to kind of focus on the real things. You want to win their minds, right? You want to be technical, not too technical. You want to basically tell them that I know some technical stuff. All right, let's check some of the questions. What what's going on here? That's like, let's go hospital. I've been more in charge of hiring process now at my job. I do more soft skills questions because I feel like anyone can learn tech, but you have to. Yeah, exactly. That's true. Personality is hard to find in IT. You don't need to exactly. I mean, that's where, like, what we're telling people, that there are gonna, right now the problem is that there are too many people that are looking for these jobs. So then how do you become so different than other people, right? So you do need technical, and you of course need that soft skills. The technical is just so that you can be a kind of like a unique person out of so many people that are applying. That's the technicality that we're talking about. You don't need to. A lot of people get and when I'm training with people and I'm like doing like almost 4 hours training per day, I basically kind of like talk about this one thing in a very aggressive manner. I'm like, guys, do not get stuck in my training. Don't try to master anything in this training. Don't try to, like, if you build an Active Directory, do not start thinking about how do I recover Active Directory or how do I replicate Active Directory. We're not teaching you that stuff. So I stop them right there, that this is not your job. This is your job. Adding a user, resetting a user, finding out where the user is, which group should I add, permissions, file sharing. So basically, I kind of like make sure that they don't go left and right. So we really, really focus on this area, that don't get too technical. When you're finishing this training, we tell people to skip some of it. If you don't get it, skip it, because you're going to learn this on the job. But at the same time, you got to at least be able to talk about it, because your problem is this. A lot of people have this issue with the confidence and experience, because a lot of jobs are asking for experience. So then how do you tackle that? And this is where I think the courses that we're providing, the platform that we're providing, is a solution, the next solution. So the first solution is that we're helping them to get to that level and be very confident and land a job. But a lot of people then get stuck off with the development. Okay, man, how do I really do a lot of things right here? I need some resources. I need some hands-on or some routers or something like that. So there are going to be two types of suggestions. One, do it yourself. With the do-it-yourself, we have been doing that for almost 10 years now, right? We're telling people to do that. But I felt like I needed to give a little better, a little bit above that level. Like, okay, here you go. Here's the routers. Here's the switches. Here are the servers. Here's the virtualization. Here's the firewalls. So there you go. You got all that with you, because so many people give up by doing themselves. And that's where I wanna basically help in that area. So I hope that one day I will have big YouTubers like IT Career Questions, or maybe Kubuman or KevTech. People like that will look into this content and look into this, what idea is right now, what I'm trying to implement with them. We all will come together and probably make something kind of like, so we don't want to tell people that go do the certification, go do A+. To me, that answer is wrong. To tell somebody that, you want to become an IT person, go do A+, and don't ask me any other questions. That answer, I hated that answer, and that's why I created this platform. I'm sure KevTech had this answer by just telling people to go do that certification, because what we're doing is that we're basically telling them to go to somewhere which there is no end to it, right? And people get lost over there. So of course, that's kind of like what we're doing right now, and most of us are having almost the same content right now. So okay, so at the end of the day, all they care about is working, be polite, be confident, and have empathy for the client. Yes, because look, if I'm a business owner, and these are my people that are making me money, and so what are they going to look for in you, right? They're not going to hire anybody that's rude. They're not going to hire that the person who doesn't want to learn or doesn't want to help and doesn't want to take on tickets on the right time, doesn't want to reply on the right time. They're not going to do that. They're not going to mess up their business. I mean, it's all business to other people, right? They're making money. Yeah, the sysadmin is definitely another man. It's another lecture right here, because we got a lot of problems in this area too. A lot of people come to me in this platform and say, Danish, I don't like helpless. I don't want to work with people. This is straight up. They basically tell me like that. I'm like, okay, so are you ready for sysadmin? So go ahead and answer me a few questions. What is Active Directory? I just specifically, I know Active Directory. I've seen Active Directory, and I have done some virtualization on Active Directory. I'm like, you're not going to get a sysadmin job with just giving me that answer. I've seen Active Directory. That's not a sysadmin job right there. They're going to ask you some really tough questions when it comes to Active Directory as a sysadmin. And I'm like, if you're not going to work with people, what makes you think that sysadmin is not going to be working with people? A sysadmin is even more involved with high level people and with a lot of projects. I mean, I work with people, honestly, I'm involved with them. And in a sysadmin, there is no imaging, by the way. A lot of people like imaging, when I use this term, it's like getting away with something. So if I'm having an issue with this laptop in a desktop or support environment, I can say, oh, I got an image, no problem. I can just do that. I can go for the image, and that at least I will back up the files and I get the image. If you're working on production system, guys, and you're working as a sysadmin, forget about imaging. You cannot go back to an image or something like this. You cannot just say, I'll have another image, I'm going to replace Active Directory with that image. It doesn't work that way. You got to solve it. And when you get to that point, you're going to be talking to a lot of people, Microsoft, maybe managers, senior level sysadmins, your team members, network engineer, and other people who are involved in getting impacted by that situation. You will find out that how hard that job is. But I don't want to scare people. I just want to tell people that this is not a kind of job that you're going to skip help desk and just jump to a sysadmin area. I'm sure a lot of people come to my video right now. No, I got it. Don't worry about it. But we know that's not a kind of like, yeah. Are there any particular courses I can take to be more skilled in Active Directory? I have 1 month of experience working in a corporate company with an IT support role. Yeah, definitely, Suleiman. I mean, you'll have to invest a little bit of money because that's a practice lab environment that we have. So basically, definitely, yeah, you can go and let's say, let me show you right now. So practice lab, we are not selling, like we don't do promotions type of thing. We're a partner of practice lab. It's a part of our membership. So you can buy practice lab from any other people, but here I'm just going to show you what you're basically looking for. If I can remember my password, by the way. There you go. So we give a premium access like this to people, and you can see right here, you can just jump in, and let's say, for example, you want to become more good at Active Directory stuff. So it really depends on you. You can start with the 2012 courses right here. These are all hands-on and real servers right here, by the way. So you can start with that 410, 411, 412. If you don't want to do that, you want to go with new stuff, then I would recommend going for the 2016 one. So let me show you. Where's the 16? Should be on the bottom right here. There you go. Specifically, the last one, if you want to become a really, really good at Active Directory stuff, then this is the identity one is the one that you can see right here. This goes to a very advanced level. Manage Active Directory accounts, and then it goes to a little bit more enterprise level Active Directory environment, and just more and more and more. I mean, there's no stopping in this area right here. Like I said, when we give this access to people, this is a $48,000 value. You're not spending $48,000 value, by the way. You're just giving that membership money to get to this point. And we're not the only one basically giving this access. Anybody can give you, any other platform can give you. So make sure you do your research. Make sure you do not invest money in our platform before you finding out the prices outside. I don't like to sell it like this. We don't go for promotions. We don't send emails to people. We don't like to do that kind of stuff. If you want it, we show it to you. And this is the real stuff right here in front of you. But it's not going to be free, of course. It's systems right there. I actually worked on one of the issues right now. So a lot of people think that certificates or getting a certificate is kind of like related to all IIS or something like this. Man, I work with this application. It's running on a YML. I don't know how much you know about YML. It's an application, search engine, basically. It's a search. It's like a searching type of product. And their certificate doesn't work from IIS. You have to actually run it from their config file. You have to put it into their config file, that certificate that you bought. And it's such a pain in the dash that it doesn't work. You upgrade the server, it breaks. You probably run a patch on the server, it breaks. And then you have to call their support and get this thing done. So moving on, The second site that I like to visit is Dice, and I'm sure Dice used to be pretty much known back in the days, but it's still there. They still have some jobs available. I mean, most of the, like, IT companies put their jobs out there, so definitely you should go into Dice. So look into this site too, because I did have few success from this site as well, because it's more targeted. There is a technical company, right? So a lot of technical companies then put their jobs out there. Now the last one, this one, not the last one, but the other one, this is very, very funny one. And somebody just told me, what, do they put jobs on Craigslist? Are you kidding me? Look at this. If you go to Craigslist and you find where you are, I'm in Baltimore area. And KevTech, do you know this one? This is funny one. If you come over here and you click on the technical support section in the jobs right here, hey, look at that. IT support professional, field service technician, help desk one right here. It's a little old job, but on-site associate IT. We got jobs all over, man. You can all you have to do is to go to Craigslist and apply for that job. Now, the cool thing about Craigslist is that these are the people that are in a hurry. They want to really, if you apply to these positions, trust me, you're going to get a response very quickly, because they don't want to go through that, putting a description, salary, and a whole process of, what Indeed employer is doing. Like I have my employer account with me too, and I just posted like 8 jobs for trainers. Not over here, by the way. I just posted 8 jobs, and I had to go through this whole process. So Craigslist becomes kind of like a quick thing, right? I'm just gonna go there and look for a job if it's available, and I'm just gonna apply. And the people who want to hire you, they don't want to invest their time. They're just gonna put it out there, and if you apply to these positions, you may get a response. Trust me, give it a try. I mean, it's not going to be that much like Indeed.com, but give it a try. Trust me, they have internships all the time. A lot of people put a lot of different stuff in there, so this is a good site right there. Okay. So another one is this one, Jubal. Um, I don't know. I think I was actually searching for something, and then this company somehow popped up, and then I started looking into it. Right? If I look into it, what they are doing, they're bringing jobs from almost every different type of job boards out there. So it could be more of like a, let's say, Indeed.com, right? And then they're gonna put something here. So this one is definitely something that's worth it as well. You can actually come over here and look it out, because if I look at it and I search, there's a lot of jobs around my area, and most of these are the MSPs type of companies. Robert Half is there, Tech System is there. I'm sure you guys know about these MSPs, which I'm going to talk about it a little later on. And Keller Foundation is right there too. These are the ones that on Psych is there. Ultimate, my new company again, Robert Half. So a lot of K-Force is there too. So a lot of companies that are staffing companies are right there. I'm sure that's going to help you as well. There you go. If you guys want to know, approve. There you go. Look at the chat right there. Kev is saying, I threw my resume on Craigslist and got a job. I mean, Craigslist got to be the winner right here. So that's why I like to tell people that, hey, you cannot ignore Craigslist. But Kev, this is something that I found out just today. I didn't know you can actually look for a job on Google. Like, you can actually go to Google and use their Google Jobs. I don't know what this is. Is this like their job, like Indeed job type of thing? If you look at it, you can actually look for jobs by miles right here, by working wherever, maybe new to you, date posted, company type, employer. I didn't know about this. So here's something new for you guys. You can actually look for a job on Google. And the way I kind of looked into this, I kind of came into this, I did this search term like that. Okay, I'm going to go back. I did MSP around me. I did this right here. Help desk jobs around me. I mean, hey, if we're looking for food, what do? We go there and we say, food around me. I eat halal food. I say, halal food around me, right? And then everything pops up. And that the job's got to work the same way, right? Jobs around me, help desk jobs around me. So then Google can help you pick some of the things for you. Yeah. Look, Kev, what am I typing here? Help this job around me. So this example, I don't know. I just kind of thought of it, right? I'm like, hey, you know what? Hey, if we're gonna search for everything on Google, why not just look for a job? Hello, Danish and Kevtech here in the UK. I use Indeed, Monster, LinkedIn, but the industry here in UK is quite tough to pin down. Worst case is may I move into London. Josh, definitely, but we have an example right here. I'm not sure if you've been watching my video. This right here, this person is from UK and he did land at a job. Yes, he did told me that same thing you're telling me. You in UK, they use a little different terminologies. They use they may not call you a help desk. They may call you a little bit different things. Of course, you have to look into your area as well and kind of like make sure that what's the terms over there. What's kind of like the the way to define these job titles. So that's going to be another key term right here, because if a lot of people are using a US method right now, that might not work in UK. But again, I mean, he's the living example right there. He got a job from the training that we were giving him, and right now he's working for MSP. He's working for MSP, and that's the UK right there. Example for you guys. So don't give up. Don't give up, because this guy has spent 3 months applying for positions. He got rejected multiple times. And I told him rejection is a part of this game. If you get rejected, you're going to learn from that one interview. You're going to get rejected again. You're going to learn from another interview. And and he was telling me that, look, man, the first interview, to be honest, he was like, he had no clue what he was doing over there. So the second interview, the third interview, the fourth interview, he got so confident that, he's like, I know this stuff now, and that the confidence has to do a lot with it, right? You got to go there. You got to get used to these humans out there, and, just get rejected 1 or 2 times, please. And don't take it to the heart. You get rejected, fine. I'm going to go hard on this thing now. I already know the feeling now, right? And I got rejected probably when I was actually working in one of the jobs. I wanted to get into more higher level jobs. I got rejected like 19 times, but then one day I got 2 offers on the same day. So I got rejected 19 jobs, meaning they didn't reject me after interview, by the way. Some rejections were like, just throw out the resume. Like, they didn't even check the resume. Some, I went there and somebody asked me a programming questions and the help desk positions. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I went to this one job and the guy was like, so can you explain me in the Java, this certain code, how would you use it? I'm like, isn't this a help desk position? It says help desk. Where's Java coming from? I stirred up like, I'm like, I think I applied to a wrong position. I'm like, thank you for calling me. So yeah, it's gonna, you guys are gonna see some crazy stuff in the interviews, We have any time here on this earth gives some deep thoughts on where you want to see yourself in few years to make decisive steps towards the goal. There you go, Junior. Apply to all the jobs. It will be mental battle because you keep getting rejected. Don't give up. Learn from interviews, exactly, and keep applying for a job. Someone will hire you, man. This is such a sweet comment right there, because I like to tell people like this. You are sitting right here and you are overthinking. A lot of people are just overthinking, right? They don't think that there are jobs, there are people in need right now, and then there are people sitting there to actually take you in, even if you don't have a lot of knowledge. People want to hire people like that who are eager to learn, because there are certain people that love to teach. Like, for example, I'm a sysadmin myself. I love to teach the help desk guys. Like, I mean, you really want to become a sysadmin? Then I call them sometimes. Hey, look, I'm doing this. Sometimes I see an interest. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I feel stupid. Sometimes I feel like I feel good because the person is so happy that, hell, man, I learned something extremely new, and I'm so happy, right? So it gotta have to. There are people out there. Trust me. If KevTech is sitting there and spending 1 hour on live videos, to be honest, this is something, it gotta have passion. I mean, he's what is the payment out there? Are you guys thinking that YouTube is paying us YouTuber that much? That is this worth it? No. That 1 hour on the live videos and everything, to be honest, this is total passion, 100% passion. That money that we're getting from YouTube is nothing, right? So it gotta be like, we have to appreciate it. So definitely, I agree with all these comments right here. Had a bachelor's degree in information systems since 2000. I've been unable to find a role due to lack of experience. Yes, Suleiman, it's definitely going to be, what are you applying to? What's your resume look like? And it's more than that, right? Somebody has to look at your resume, and we can then see that are you targeting the correct places and everything, right? I had a few help desk interviews, but I haven't been able to get past the technical challenge stage, which were effectively just answering customer service question. They may come into the help desk each day, uh, but don't give up. Don't give up. Like I said, like Kev is saying, telling you that you got to be aggressive on the jobs. Apply, apply, apply. Yes, you're gonna fail one or two interviews. You're gonna fail three interviews. You're gonna fail. My example, 19 jobs, I did not get selected. So I failed a lot of jobs right there. I failed a lot of interviews right there. I didn't care. I kept going. And even though I was fasting, I was like, one day I was like almost, I'm not sure about how much you know about fasting, but once you're fasting and people are taking 4 interviews from you in a daily, I'm sure you're going to be like, man, this is the hardest day of my life. And still one day I was doing, I was on, it was Friday, and I got 2 calls back to back. And then I had to decide which company I want to go for. I had to make a decision, because I had to either go for benefits and money and everything. See, that was effort. That was total effort by not giving up, because I already made my mind that I'm not going to give up. People are going to reject me. I don't care. I'm going to apply to like 100 places. I don't care. Somebody's going to accept me. While you're applying, you also don't want to be like going there with the same thing again and again. You got to improve from these rejections, right? If you think you're not technically good, then you have all these platforms out there, right? You have to either invest money, invest energy, invest your time. I got 1,000 videos on my YouTube video. I'm not sure how many of you watched it. Kev have probably have 300 videos. Kuba Man have almost a few hundred videos. Look at these videos. Like, look at these 3 channels. They have so much technical things out there. And if that's not enough, then invest money. Get these labs that I'm talking about right now, because then that's where you're going to learn that hands-on stuff, right? Like this one, routers, switches, and everything. And of course, every lab is like 30 to 40 hours right there. So you got to get into this kind of stuff to be technically good or be confident. Then that's another thing I would suggest to you, if you're thinking that you're not getting some kind of positive responses from people, Uh, hello, Sanju. How are you? People go through hardships. You just have to keep moving forward. I mean, hardship is a part of life, man. I don't want to come here and kind of like, gain any sympathy for people, but I broke my C4. I broke my T5, which is neck and your spine. If I can break these two things and I'm out of my life right now, I couldn't even open my mouth. Somebody have to actually feed me, because I had a steel coming right here and holding my chin. So if I have to kind of like come to people, I'm sure I can guarantee you 90% of the people over here in this platform right now would not have gone through what I've gone through. So I'm not here to gain any sympathy, but I'm just telling people that I had to get up. Nobody was there for me. I have to do this all by myself, because after 3 months or 4 months or 5 months of when I started walking again, then I was all about myself now. Nobody was there. Everybody said, "Hey, you're fine. You can walk again now. There you go. Get back to the world." So I'm sure a lot of people have not gone through something like that, and still these things are too small right here compared to what other people are going through. So you have to also think about, like, if you have a good life, jobs, getting rejection, man, this thing is just take it and move on and learn from it, but make yourself better. What I'm saying is, don't go try to do the same thing again and again. Like, I'm not trying to tell you like you're gonna have the same resume and go apply again. You gotta change your resume. You gotta change your skills. You gotta upgrade yourself too, right? You can apply to 1,000 jobs. It doesn't matter. Someone will open the door for you. I mean, that's it. If you have that mentality right there, what CavTech have, then there is no way you're not gonna get a job. At the same time, the time that you are investing, learn more, grab more from the people, grab from these people that have been that are ahead of you, right? They're just going through the same process. That's how we learn. I mean, I'm learning every day from my coworkers, from the help desk that I work with, from the sysadmins that I work with, the managers, the directors. I will learn every day from them. I learn from people on online, you know. So there's nothing to do. Yeah, Suleiman. I mean, it's part of life, man. I'm telling you. Just don't give up, bro. Be strong, move on, and keep on applying. So let's move on, and this is what I did. And then next one I want to talk about is this term right here. You also wanna, if help desk is not giving you a good titles, change it to technology. Now, in technology, you're gonna see almost every single IT job out there. But what happens if an HR person or a person who is creating these titles didn't tag it with the help desk, then that job will pop up. For example, if I click on technology, you can see many different type of jobs will pop up with systems analyst one, technical support engineer right there. You see how it's not help desk anymore. It's actually technical support, desktop support. So everything that has to do with technology will pop up. And then you click on that description. And if you click on it and if you think that that description makes sense to you and you understand even 40% of that description, apply to that position. 40% is still good enough. If you can go above 40 by learning from us or other platform, I'll say do it, because then of course it's not about just landing a job, because this is the next step after the job as well, right? You as soon as you land a job, and then the second problem that we face in IT is the confidence, is how can I learn quickly, all that kind of stuff, right? And you want to make your life easy. You don't want to get terminated because you want to be at least doing something. What is your views to learn from Simply Learn website for cloud? I don't know. I mean, Simply Learn is also a instructor-led training. They have that, so I don't know. You have to look at their reviews. Simply Learn was about to, well, I think at some point we did talk to each other, but I just, the way their format was, we didn't sync with us. We didn't become a partner. We went with another site, but I'd say they look at their description, sorry, their reviews. I think it's a good site. They still have a lot of instructor-led training, I believe, and you should look into their reviews. I don't have an answer for like what's are they good compared to like Pluralsight. I would say, like, are they good compared to Pluralsight? Pluralsight is self-paced. Simply Learn have a lot of instructor-led, so both are different. So maybe invest a little bit money in Pluralsight because that's monthly payment, and then come back to Simply Learn if Pluralsight is not enough for you. Then I think you'll have to invest a little bit more money in Simply Learn, I believe, right? Okay, so then after that, of course, if that's not working, the technology term is not working, then change it to desktop. So as soon as you change it to desktop, you're going to see something like computer support engineer, desktop support. You see exactly desktop support tech junior level, and sometimes internships as well. Interns, junior level. As soon as you see something like that, drop your resume right there. That's the easiest ones you can get. A lot of people will be also talking about money. And in the beginning, trust me, don't talk too much about money or don't worry too much about the money unless you are in a situation. If you think you're good enough, at least spend 6 months. That experience matters a lot. You can jump anytime in IT. You can leave your job anytime as long as you get that confidence, build that confidence, and then move out. If you want to make big money, move out of the job. If you're comfortable in your job and you think that your benefits are worth it, you think your employees, you're working, they're taking care of you, and you feel like this is the strongest job, which I never will say that no jobs in this whole world is like indefinite time, right? People can fire you anytime, by the way. But again, there are certain places that people are very good. The culture, everything. So then you don't want to be risking too much. It's not about then, okay, if I'm going to be making, let's say 90K right now, then look at the benefits, the family benefits and everything. Look at the commute and everything. Look at the culture, how easy you're doing your job. Are they giving you some of the flexibility in timings and everything? If that all is there, trust me, then 90K is like 120K, and that is better than a person who's making 120K and always being stressful, always being micromanaged, always being pushed to finish the tickets, like something like, you have to do this, or somebody's too aggressive with you. Then trust me, that job is kind of like a hard job right there. You're going to find people like that. They're going to take on jobs like these. That's fine with them. And you're going to find people like us. I'm like, right now I'm at the age where I don't want to be micromanaged. I don't want to be working on multiple, different levels of companies at the same time. I worked in MSP. I don't want to work in MSP anymore. I love my, my mind where I'm relaxed and I'm working on systems and the way I want to work on systems. So of course I'm at that level that I can make that decisions because I have built something like this. But you may not be able to do that in the beginning. So in the beginning you need experience. So in the beginning, don't try to jump into like I'm just gonna land a sysadmin job, or I need a job in XYZ, or I need a job in Kev Tech company because they're paying pretty good money. No, you don't have that luxury right now. I would say you don't have that kind of luxury that you can go and make the decisions like this. You can make it. I'm not saying you can't, but it's not how it's done in IT, right? You got to get in first. So, okay, there you go. You can ask questions relevant on the job, learn as much as you can, figure out the point of the escalation, learn from your coworkers, and work together as a team. You will learn your job over time. There you go. I mean, IT is over time. So, Kev, when I teach people in technology in this training, I tell them phase one is all live training, right? Of course, we charge for that, pretty good money for that, right? We don't hide that. We charge for our live training, right? I charge for 14 hours of sitting with somebody because I'm teaching from scratch. So when I teach people, I tell them this first thing, Kev. I tell them that you will never become an IT professional after my first live phase, which is 4 or 5 days of live training, 14 hours of live training. You will not become an IT professional. I'll tell them that. You will not even become an IT professional even after you finish in a 3 months training. You're just going to become confident. You're going to learn the skills. You're going to learn the skills properly, and you're going to have resources to guide you to become an IT professional. And it will take you about 6 to 1 year to become at that level one type of IT professional who's doing everything very smoothly, right? This is what I tell people in our training. No lies, no hidden stuff. That's the reality. If anybody tells you that take my course for 3 days and I'll make you an IT professional, run. Open the door and run outside. Because I can guarantee you're not going to become an IT professional in 3 days if you're brand new to IT. There's too much. It's just impossible, right? Unless you are a superhuman being. There are super people out there, and we're not super right here. I mean, I feel like I'm a normal person. I'm sure all of these people that you see in the chat, they've been through some really hard time in IT. So it's a progress. Like there, you see right in front of you. Be loyal to yourself and family. Look at the whole picture, the commute, the time away. Yeah, exactly. I mean, at the end, Junior, you gotta take care of yourself. You gotta take care of your company. But if people are taking care of you, you also gotta know that you have to work with people. You have to also respect that a company is good enough to give you that kind of things. I mean, the companies can be bad as well, right? So we also have to think about this too. As an IT professionals, we're a customer service type of people, right? We possess a lot of technical stuff and everything like that. But at the same time, we also have to respect what other people are giving us, and that respect by loyalty, right? So when they give us this ability to work from home, give us a good checks, give us time flexibility and everything, then in return we give them skills, we give them work, we give them customer service, and we give them quality business. Their business is running because of us. So you also have to respect yourself. You also have to respect the company, and that's how it works. If they start disrespecting you, trust me, go and find another job. A lot of people complain about, I've been in this job for 10 years or 12 years. How do I get out? They're not giving me money and everything. Get out. Simple as that. You need to take that step and get out. If they didn't pay you for 12 years, they didn't pay you like a good money in 12 years. They were like, I'm just going to make you $500 and $1,000 raise and $2,000. You need to get out. You need to hit that 20K up then. And maybe that's the time you need to then get out, because you're not happy. You're mentally not happy. You're struggling. For 12 years, that's too much, for people. Definitely there's going to be struggle then. All right. I'm looking to move away from MSP. It's a great experience, but your mind is constantly a million things. There you go, Junior. I mean, of course, at the end, people are going to be looking for something relaxed, So that's a good point right here. Let me show you something different, guys. So a lot of people say, how do I, when I search something, how do I search for something that's not techie companies? Like, I don't want to be like searching something and poop, the Robert Hobbs just pops in. Kelly, Melly, Chelly, Pelly, whatever just pops in right there. And all these are technical companies, and, filling up my space. Just do this. Just with one thing right there that I added .org. Start with nonprofits. Nonprofits, a lot of people think that they're going to pay you less. You will be amazed. There are some strong nonprofits out there that are making millions of dollars. And if you work with a nonprofit as an IT professional, man, I'm telling you, these are like the sweetest IT jobs out there. First, they got a lot of money. The people that I'm talking about, good nonprofits, that are solid nonprofits. They work with MSPs to help you most of the time. So even though you're learning a lot, you don't need to stress anything about it. So if there's a Cisco issue, you call MSP and you just being in the middle, right? If there's a servers issue, you call MSP. If there is some other firewall type of issues, ASA or firepower or something like that, you call the MSP. But at the same time, of course, you're going to be in the middle. You're going to be having to make sure that you're in there. You make sure that you work with them. You need to know all the skills yourself too. It's not like you're just sitting there and they're doing things. They're going to make you do things too. But at the same time, your stress level is like this much compared to an MSP, which is like this much, right? MSP is always a good job in the beginning. Why? Because it's stressful, but you're going to learn like that. You and a normal IT person who just finished a CompTIA Plus and gets a job, and you as an MSP IT person will have like a sky and earth, and I don't know what kind of example can I use. It's like this much and this much, because that MSP technical person is working with multiple different type of infrastructures and environments, while you are working in one place, like not you, but the person who lands a job in the beginning. But at the end, see if MSP is I don't know. MSP is not going to be anywhere chill type of job. It's going to be always fast. So you gotta have that mentality then. But right now, I'm like, if you ask me, I'm 33 right now. So at 33, I'm a little bit gassed out. So I worked in IT for almost 13 plus years. Probably 13 plus around that, and I'm like, okay, I'm done with MSP type of thing, right? So I don't have that kind of thing right now. Like I cannot take that kind of thing right now. So I need to look for a job where I'm like, oh, I'm so relaxed. I got my client going on. I got my site thing going on. I got my LMS business going on. So you gotta think about it. At the end, you can make these decisions. Why? Because you've been through so much. It's a balance of, at work, you can have a good job with good working hours or a bad job with more money. Yes, exactly. You might like or dislike the culture. You need to figure out if the job fits for your lifestyle. That's exactly. You gotta figure that out, definitely. So I'm not ready, but I worked in MSP and now I work with white glove support. I work with executive VPs, CEOs, and so on. It can be stressful sometimes. But the thing is this, Kev, you already know what you're doing and you like it, and that's the kind of quality you're giving these people. I'm sure you will be happy when they respond to you. I'm sure how the CEO treats you is different than a normal technical job, so that's why you love this job. Imagine if the CEO was rude. Imagine if the CEO was like, okay, he was not giving you the quality, review back, like you did something for him. I'm sure you're not going to be in this position, right? You probably would have left it. Because I'm sure at your level, people who are in this business and who are in this IT, they may just leave. Phase, I think I answered your question today. If you watch my video, I answered your question because I didn't. So I don't want to say it directly, but here's the thing. So Phase has been struggling with some of the kind of like a job where he wants to move out from certain area. I don't want to say any names out here because I don't want to open it up. Phase, here's my suggestion to you, and I will do a one-on-one with you as well. By looking at your situation, you got to get out, right? We already cleared that. You got to get out of that environment because they're not going to give you what you're looking for, right? So at this level, you got to be aggressive to go out there and look for a kind of like, a better positions out there. And as soon as you get out, and even with the current title that you have, I feel like you're gonna land a high-paying job out there with a much better environment. Your environment is a little messed up. When I kind of went over all of the review, and I was actually looking at it yesterday again, and I'm like, that's kind of like, environment is not good. And even if you they pay you a little bit more money out there, you're still going to be struggling. So that's going to be my suggestion. But of course, I'm going to do one-on-one with you again, because I want to definitely help you out. You're not going to find too much from the interview, by the way. I mean, this is an experience, right? Everybody has to try something. Everybody has to get into, let's say, for example, you go to this nice gym and it looks really nice from outside, and you go to the gym and you start working out, and now you see, oh damn, they got a broken things out there. Then and it's like greasy, and people, and it's like inside it's like things are not working. That's experience, right? You paid that membership, they got you in, right? Somehow they tricked you, and now you got in there, you start picking up the weights, and now you found out, man, things are not good over here. It looks pretty nice from outside, the wall is nice. So that experience, you're gonna go, I mean, you have to do it, you have to go get it in. And if you feel like that's not a good culture, I have seen people leaving a job in a month. Hey, why should I invest my even another month with this company? I don't care about it, I'll just leave, I'll just find another job. But some people are not in that situation, right? Some people are not that lucky, or maybe they may not have the situation, financial situation. So I don't like to promote that to just get out, just leave the company. Do it smartly. You can have a little stress, that's fine. You can take that little stress, try to learn from them. Maybe you can use that opportunity to learn their systems, gain that knowledge, and just move out a different place. Don't tell them, that you're going out. Everybody got to work for themselves, guys. I mean, think about it. You have a family too, and you have certain age limit in IT as well. I can guarantee you none of us can continue this technical trainings and technical type of videos for a very long time, because everybody have energy, everybody have family, and the more you get into the family stuff, the more you become older, the more other people are going to take over, the younger people are going to come and start taking over. So at some level, you are going to start giving up on whatever you're doing. You cannot be doing, even I helped this for a long time. A lot of people do that and then they have issues, right? You got to move out of that. Somehow you got to like transition to some different things later on. Hey, Cindy, how are you? So guys, if you guys are new to this live session, make sure you watch the whole session. This session has a lot of good information, because a lot of good people came in and joined, like Kev Tech and other people. And I was kind of like following a flow as well. So you should really check this whole session from the beginning. You're going to learn a lot from this session. So another side, okay. So at the end, if things are not working for you in a help desk, Jubal, Craigslist, Google, if none of that is helping you, then directly go to the MSPs or the staffing companies that are well known out there. So who am I talking to? Robert Half, you all know that this name. Robert Half is pretty much known in this IT market right now. And of course, the Kelly one too, right here, kellyservices.us. So if you go to these positions, you can see even they have a lot of positions right there. And this one right here, these are latest positions right there. March 16 is today. And they're paying you help desk analyst 1. You're going to apply to this position probably if you're new. And then, of course, they have like normal help desk analyst, and you can look for different titles in even that type of, sites right there, because they're going to call you. Most likely, they're going to call you, and they're going to even train you even more than what we are training you. Because, look, their job is to place people. So they got to have brilliant people out there in their company to make sure that you land a job, so then they can make money, right? So this is going to be my definite suggestion. Samurai, definitely, you got a lot of experience, man. I mean, I'm not sure, like, if you say network admin, are you specifically talking about like a Cisco network admin, or are you trying to like sysadmin? Like, what's the target right here? Like, you got to be specific. Like, are you talking about like a real networking guy, like Cisco routing, stuff like that, or you say anything? Like any higher level position, like sysadmin working on a servers and stuff like that. But that's a lot of experience right there. Definitely, if you want to move up, I mean, you already got something you got something that nobody have. Most of the people, 90% of the people won't even have. Yes, RoboHub is popular everywhere. CCNA level, yeah. Do you have certifications, CCNA kind of stuff? Like for that kind of experience, you then of course you need to prove something about Cisco. If you want to become a Cisco guy, then definitely number one thing is that you should have certification because you already have experience. So you need to now think about like how do you utilize your certification, right? So certification at this level is going to be worth it because now you're kind of like showing that, look, I got experience, I got something CCNA, so move me up. And I have an example for you. He was right here. He was working in a different environment, but he got the CCNA certification and they moved him up. You see, my personal experience, the people who were with me and they wanted to become a network engineers, they were moved up, but they were asked to do CCNA. So then they would be moved up. So when they did CCNA, they did pretty well in the interview. So they got moved up. So if you're at that level right there, then of course you need something to show that you want to become a Cisco guy. You got to be more towards Cisco then. And of course, it's not just Cisco itself then, right? Having a 15 years of experience, people are going to test you a little bit more than that, right? They're going to ask you more real world examples. Okay, if you are using Cisco, then what kind of third-party tools did you use for monitoring? So a lot of people will say Solaris Wind, or people will say I use Spiceworks, or I use something different, right? So something like that has to be there so you can say that, okay, I know a little bit more than CCNA level. Yeah, definitely you need to get a new CCNA. I would recommend that because you already have experience, man. I mean, you just need to get some more spices in there. And you also need to learn a little bit more than just if you learn CCNA and they don't teach you anything about network monitoring, then you need to go out there and learn more about Solaris Wind kind of tools. Remember, we're not working on CCNA products 100% in the company. It's not just when you become a network engineer, then you're just working on CCNA or switches or routers. You don't do that all the time. You're using other products that are known in the market that makes you sound and makes you kind of like more, how can I say this? It makes you like that you know your stuff. Because if I teach somebody a help desk type of skills in our training, right? We don't tell them you just need to know about this laptop, and laptop has a RAM, laptop has a hard disk and stuff. We don't do that, right? We teach them that how do we manage this laptop? What kind of third-party tools do we use to manage this laptop? What do we do to deploy softwares to other laptops and stuff like that? That makes me sound more like an IT person, right? So you gotta have something like that, okay? You gotta have something more than just specific vendor type of skills. Yeah, definitely. I agree with KevTech. All that stuff, these are good suggestions. You need to prove to them that you know CCNA by getting the cert. And that's a point right there, that don't get certification to just put it on your resume. You have to actually kind of utilize your certifications to just break the ice right there. Then start talking a lot about more like how do I manage routers? How do I monitor these routers? Then they know you're talking real network admin stuff. Other than that, they know that you just did certification, and they will have this mentality about you that you're a help desk, and and it's just that we have this problem in IT, right? We have this problem. So my private thing is like this. I have that's a little different thing for me. If you send me a resume, and if the resume is exactly the same that I've already covered in my YouTube channel, so let me show it to you. If you come over here, playlist, and I would like you to check this out. IT support resume applying for jobs in communities. If you click on this is a whole playlist. So the first thing I would like to suggest is to just go over these videos and see if your resume matches this stuff. If you think your resume is a little different, I feel like you have 15 years of experience, then most likely I would like you to send it to me. And my email is in the YouTube about section. So just go ahead and send it to that. I like to help out, but to be honest, I have, like I said, my thing is a little different because I run a platform. I have 40,000 members, and I like to train people. So when I train people for 14 hours, my energy is like dead, you know. So I'm gonna be a little slow, and I'm sure other YouTubers out there, and even I don't want to give names out because this is like I'm giving somebody like, hey, you do it, right? It's not like that. Send it to me, and if I feel like it's something that I can talk about, then I'll just make a video on it. So it's not gonna be private anymore. I'm not gonna say your name on the video, but what I like to, when I invest my energy, it has to help many people. So that's kind of like an agreement between you and I then. So if you feel like that's something you can do, and if I can remove your name, I can remove your personal information, and I can talk about your resume. I want to put it on YouTube so I can help the whole community. Then I will happily do it. But if it's like a one-on-one, me sitting with you, then of course I have too much things going on in my life that I cannot give that kind of time, unfortunately, because I'm doing trainings, right? So it's like I have too much energies that gets invested. So I really want to make sure that when I put a video out there, it has to target a lot of people out there. So of course, the next site that we want to talk about is this one, the Kelly one, and they also have kind of like jobs right here. So let me just see if I do 20904. I want to see if they have some kind of jobs around our area. I don't know if they are good as Robert Half, but I did probably, I didn't find anything. Or maybe I didn't, do I need to put the title in there? No, CavTech, I'm not a robot, man. I'm not. I cannot, because I already told you that I have, I mean, to be honest, when you train somebody for 14 hours, and I understand even the YouTube videos it takes a lot of energy out of you. But when I train people, remember, they're coming from an extremely different backgrounds. Like my last three members were one is from accounting, one is a bartender, and one is in a government job. So when you tell somebody that let's talk about Active Directory, to be honest, that's so easy for us to say that on the YouTube and just do a very quick video on it. But when you start explaining that to a new person, the explanation of just letting them know that domain connected environment versus a work group becomes like a whole 1 hour of talking and showing and talking and showing and talking and showing. It's such an energy that, man, you're going to realize that, okay, that's just like, that's where you said, that's where I'm saying I'm not a robot. I'm a human, right? I also have a family. So of course I gotta, like, at a certain point, I'm just like done. I don't have experience in IT, but I'm practicing on VMs. I'm able to learn how to install Windows Server and AD administration and group policy, and it's all thanks to JavaScript Share and CavTech. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is what we're doing in this platform. We're providing everything, regardless of it's like, it got to be quality. Either if it's free or not, it got to be quality, right? CavTech videos is like something that if I want to grab his videos and put it into my courses, I would love to do that. But then there are certain things, like, I ask him, I ask for permissions, like, hey, can I use your videos in certain areas? I'm just going to embed the code so you can also get the benefit of it's your channel and everything. We're not going to copy your videos or anything like that. But it's like, it's so beautiful because then I don't need to like make another quality video, right? There's somebody who has done the hard work right there. And it helps his channel too, because our members are going to his channel, his members are coming to our channel. And our goal is what? To help out quality information, to give people the reality about these jobs. And we're not telling people to just go dance around, and just go take A+, because that's the old way. That's the way to just get away from you. I'll just tell you, go do CCNA, go do A+, don't come to me, right? So it's going to be like that. A lot of people are like that. In IT, there's another problem too. There's this attitude problem. So when you go and start working in a companies, a lot of people have a very bad attitude. And this is a known thing. And CavTech can verify that for me as well. You talk to people and they think they are some kind of supermans out there, or they have this bad attitude developed inside them that they think, if I have this knowledge and I learned it the hard way, you got to learn it the hard way too. So why should I invest my time or money or sorry, energy with you, right? It's like, why if I have done the hard way, you can do it the hard way. You don't ask me these kind of questions, right? So that's the attitude that we want to break. And I've been doing this for a long time, by the way. It's not something coming. I made a video in the car. I was pissed off about this whole mentality of how this in specifically in the US too, and I probably think it's everywhere. And I came over here and I'm like, man, these people are not helping each other. They don't want to talk to each other. A network admin have a different thing going on. They're like, I'm a network admin. A sysadmin is like, I'm a sysadmin. And some people who are really good at troubleshooting, oh no, I'm not a human, man. I'm different. I'm different level right there. So we gotta break that. This stuff, like, I really don't like this stuff in IT. So I'm really I'm on it. I'm just gonna tell people that's that kind of crap I hate it. And I'm just gonna tell people that don't get into that kind of stuff. If you want to become a real IT person, start teaching people, start show humbleness, show respect to other people. Of course, if they have knowledge, respect their time as well. Don't just like grab people and trying to learn from them or trying to be aggressive. Show them too some kind of respect to them too. So yeah, it's like this. We gotta work together. What's up, Leonardo? Okay, so after this, of course, I already talked about some of these jobs right here, and of course the channels are there. Capita channel is there, Kubuman channel is there. These are the channels that you should be following. At the end, definitely check the site out, which is why we invested so much time over here. If you are into free stuff, then here you go. I'll show you a link right here. We made it easy for a lot of people. Okay, so you go here, you go to this link, JobSkillShare/free. Watch this video. The first course, 30% of this course is what you need. Basically, in this course, I put myself in your shoes and I talk about everything that I just talked in this video, but in more like a learning method. Then, of course, the whole course is not free because there has labs and everything in there. So then jump into the free course, which is this one. It's 180 plus hours course, 80 plus hours of content, pure real world content. I'm showing things around, which most of Kevtech, I've seen him doing the same thing. I'm showing everything. So when you finish this 80 hours and you finish this ticketing system course, I just actually upgraded this course, and Active Directory, Office 365, and then resumeing and applying, I feel like you're going to just land a job by just doing the free stuff. But if you're one of those type of people that, hey, you know what? I want you to guide me. I know you spend that kind of time on these videos and everything, but I don't get it. I didn't get that explanation. So of course, I'm not going to be there to help you then. Then, of course, you have to invest money. Now, the one that we are really focusing on is the MISC. So the MISC is the one that we are focusing right now. In this, we are like upgrading like Azure stuff, Active Directory stuff, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, guys, I think I talked a lot in this video. So thank you so much for being with me. Please watch this video fully if you guys want to learn a lot from this video. I will come back again, maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll join Kevtech in his live session again. So this way we can help each other out. And definitely, we're going to be doing a collaboration together, and that we can also help each other out. So thank you so much for watching this video. And again, good night and be safe out there. Take care, guys.